Early in the morning.
What's going on, the people? Them, it's your boy Cam, Topical Juice, and we are back with another sad and disgusting story for you today. As you can see from the title, we're going to be talking about this sword-wielding lunatic that has taken the life of a 13-year-old boy while putting 4 others in the hospital, including 2 police officers. Now guys, I've actually spent the last hour and a half recording this video, editing this video. I even uploaded this video, and I was one button away from clicking upload. But that was when 5 people were in the hospital. As soon as I'm about to press upload, I find out one of those victims in the hospital has now died. And that victim is a 13-year-old boy. So I'm gonna re-record this entire video. I'd really appreciate it if you press that like button. It takes half a second and it makes a massive difference on how these YouTube videos performs in the algorithm. If you like this type of crime content, if you like this news-related content, please consider pressing that subscribe button. I'm on a journey to 50,000 subscribers. Your subscription means the world. You can always change your mind if you don't like the content. Press the bell to be notified. Merchandise in the description below. So as you can see on your screen right now, it says a 13-year-old boy has died after a man wielding a sword attacked 5 people in Northeast London. 2 police officers and 2 members of the public are in hospital after the attack. The 2 officers received significant but not life-threatening injuries and will undergo surgery. Police said they were called amid reports that a man brandishing a large blade was attacking members of the public. A witness described seeing a man running around with a samurai sword who stabbed 4 people after crashing his van into a house. A 36-year-old man was arrested. The incident does not appear to be terror-related, police said. Sadiq Khan, the useless mayor of London, has said that he is absolutely devastated by the attack, while Rishi Sunak, the useless Prime Minister, said such violence has no place on our streets. Now guys, before I continue, I want to say rest in paradise to the 13-year-old victim who was attacked by this man who has sadly lost his life. I have not got his name, but rest in peace. I'm so sorry to the family and friends of this young boy who are having to deal with this grief. I apologize on behalf of the world around you. I apologize on behalf of a failing government and useless leadership. Now guys, I said this in the last video that I recorded that obviously I'm not putting out now, that I feel like I'm losing my mind. And I don't just mean mentally, like in my own life. I'm not talking about that. Mentally, I'm actually in a good position, like in a good place. I'm back into my fitness. I found consistency on YouTube. I'm enjoying new things, new hobbies. I'm actually good mentally for once. You know, I can always be better. Until I actually leave this country, I'll never be happy, and I will blow my brains out if I'm here in a few more years' time. That's a fact. But what I mean is I feel like I'm in Groundhog Day. I feel like the same things happen every day in this country, in other countries, all around the world. The same violence, the same heartbreak, the same disaster, the same madnesses are happening everywhere. And then we act like it's the first time. Rishi Sunak comes out here and has the audacity to say, oh, violence like this doesn't belong on our streets. What world is this Rishi Sunak prick living in? In a perfect utopian world where there's no wars, where there's no abuse, where there's no violence, where there's no corruption, where there's no mental health issues, where there's no sadness, in a utopian world where we can all sit in a circle and sing Kumbaya holding each other's hands, in that world, violence doesn't belong. But yet this clown has the audacity to come on here with his fake outrage, reading a speech that wasn't written by him, written by his aides, written by his handlers, written by his managers or whatever. He comes on and he spews a whole bunch of fake outrage. The real world we live in is a dark and dangerous place full of mental health issues and people who are poor. Those are the 2 biggest factors that contribute to the downfall of society. People who have a terrible socio-economic situation, people who are poor, and people who are struggling with their mental health. Do you think if Prince Harry was born in Peckham, or born in Lewisham, or born in Harlesden, do you think he'd be this well-spoken prince? No. He'd be a boy from the ends. People are poor, so therefore they're desperate. The poorest in society continue to get shunned. The poorest in society continue to get neglected. There's no community support. There's no funding in schools. They tear down youth centres rather than building them up. There's minimal support for parents who may be drug addicts themselves, whose children are wandering the streets, not being looked after. There's no support. It's very simple. When people are poor, when people are desperate, they turn to desperate things, and that desperate things usually goes hand in hand with like violent things as well. When people's mental health is in the gutter due to the world around them, due to the society that they live in, due to the pressure of living here, it breaks them. Their mental health suffers and then they act erratically. They go insane. That manifests itself in people hurting their own family, hurting society. It's not rocket science, guys. What I'm telling you right here, right now is not rocket science. But yet these people who run the country, these people who run the government, they're pretending like this is just a brand new thing and that, oh my God, I can't believe that a man's just lost his mind and stabbed 5 people. This is normal. This happens every day. What video did I just do? A 13-year-old girl has stabbed 2 teachers and pupils. Why are people shocked? What was the video I did before that? A man carrying a gun at Family Day Carnival. What was the video I did before that? A gang member shooting guns in Tottenham. Yeah? Broad day in front of civilians. Why are we shocked? Why are you pretending like this doesn't happen? Why are we not targeting the root cause of these issues? Like I said, who's on universal credit here? Who's on universal credit here? Put your hands up. Watching this video, who's on universal credit? How do they make you feel when they drag your ass in there every week and demand you get a job, and they threaten to take away your money and sanction you? How do you feel when they do that to you? Do you feel like you're being supported? Do you feel like you're being encouraged, nurtured? What about the people who have contributed taxes for 20 years? It's your turn to get help back from all that tax contribution you've done over the last 20, 30 years, and they throw it back in your face and say you're only really entitled to about a couple of £100 a month. How does that make you feel? Does it make you feel like you live in a country that cares about you? Is that how it makes you feel? Or do you feel like you're being targeted? You, the most vulnerable in society, who needs the help the most, they make you feel like you're shit on the bottom of a shoe. This is the country that we live in. Now, I haven't been paid from Universal Credit. I'm on it still, but I haven't been paid from it in months because I'm actually earning money from my event manager job on YouTube and whatnot. So I haven't actually been given any money from the government. I'm in a better position right now. I'm in a comfortable position, earning money regularly, which is great for me because I don't want to be on Universal Credit. I used to be the work coach. That was my last job. 2 years I worked there nearly, working as a work coach, that person that had to call you. But you know me, I'm too trill. I just marked people's meetings as attended. None of my people came in. I said, chill out, stay at home. I'll mark your meeting as attended. If I need you, I'll call you. That's how real I was. That's why I was the best work coach by far, because people liked me. I empathized with them. I treated them like humans, how like I wanted to get treated. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent again, but I say all that to say it's not surprising why people act out. I'm not surprised there's kids stabbing people and people are losing their minds, because look at the place that we live in. It's full of distractions. It's full of sin. It's full of darkness. This country takes from us. You step out of your fucking house and you pay a ULEZ charge. You go down the road and you pay a toll. You cross that bridge, you're paying another toll. You go into that place, you're paying congestion charge. You go to that place, you've got road tax. You've got house tax. You've got this tax. You've got that bill. All it does is take from us. So am I surprised that a 36-year-old man has gone around and stabbed 5 people? No, I'm not. But does that condone it? Absolutely not. If this guy doesn't get life in jail, if this guy doesn't die under the jail, I'll be absolutely sick to my stomach, to my core. Whatever's happened in his life has led him to a point where he's now brandished a sword and he has stabbed multiple people in London. A 13-year-old boy. What was that boy doing? Probably walking to school. Probably a year 7, year 8 boy who woke up today, he might have had some Cocoa Pops, some Frosties, he got dressed, he went to school like every other day and he died. I'm numb. I'm such a warm person. I've got so much empathy, but the world it turns me numb. I report on this news, I see this news daily, and you got Rishi Sunak acting like it's a new thing. Acting like all this fake outrage, like this violence doesn't belong on our streets when it's happening daily. That's what contributes to me losing my mind here. Things happen every single day, but yet they're reported like it's new. They're acting like it doesn't happen, or that it's just a one-off thing. As you can see on your screens right now, 49,489. I'm gonna read that one more time. 49,489 police recorded offences involving a knife or a sharp instrument in the year ending December 2023. 49,000. So let's do 49,000 divided by 365 and you get 135 police recorded incidents a day. And this prick of a prime minister has the audacity to come out here and talk about, oh, this violence doesn't belong on our streets. In a utopian dreamland parallel universe, it doesn't. This is the real world. So rather than burying your head in the sand with this fake outrage, let's get to the root cause of why this is happening to people. I bet you 9.999 times out of 10, they are working class or struggling, like working class to middle class Middle class basically doesn't exist anymore anyway. It's either elite, upper class, or and the rest of us. Simple as that. And I bet you 9.9 times out of 10, the people that do this, they do not come from privileged backgrounds. They come from real life backgrounds, hardship, where you've got toxic relationships with your family, where you've been through trauma that people can only imagine from TV programs and films. Yeah, the real world ain't like what these rich people think it is. Let's look at more statistics, shall we? Knife murders. 244 murders involving a knife or sharp instrument in England and Wales in the 12 months to March 2023. That equates to 0.66 murders a day. In 10 days, that is 6.6 bodies dropped. Let's round it up for ease. 7 people in 10 days. Of those 244 people, 78 were under 25 years old. 10 were aged 16 and under. I'm reporting on a 13-year-old boy right now. He's gonna be another statistic, another footnote in someone's report in government. Do you think in a year's time the people that are running this country are gonna reference this boy, this 13-year-old? Of course not. They'll forget it even happened. They'll forget it even happened because it will be a 12-year-old boy next year. It'll be a 10-year-old boy next year. It'll be an 8-year-old boy next year. 3,803 hospital admissions. The number of people admitted to NHS hospitals for assault by a sharp object. 3,803. How many is that a day? What, 10, 11, whatever it is, 10 a day? These are the people being reported, guys, not the people who haven't reported the incidents. I personally know people who have been poked and it was not recorded to the police. Do you understand? So all those statistics that I just read to you, times them by 2, times them by 3. I want to talk about the police victims. Now you get some people in society who are happy. This is what the police deserve. They attack us all the time. Black people, poor people, whatever, Asian people, whoever. But a lot of minorities have negative experiences with the police. Therefore, some people are celebrating. Do I blame those people for celebrating? Absolutely not. Until recently, I would have celebrated. I would have been over the moon that the victims were police. I'm too real. I'll tell you the facts. That's what I would have done. Up until recently, I would have celebrated. But I'm changing. I'm really going through a spiritual battle right now. I know the influence that the devil has had on me. But I'm getting so much closer to God and I'm gonna restart praying again. From today, in fact. I've been praying here and there, but I'm gonna make it a regular thing. I'm not talking about religion. I told you already, I believe religion is used to control the masses. I'm talking about your own personal relationship with God. I've gotten closer to God. So I don't want to be that person that celebrates the downfall of police officers. I've had awful experiences with police officers. But do I know those police officers? No, I don't. As far as I'm aware, those police officers tried to save those civilians and they got injured as well. So I'm not gonna celebrate that. And I'm actually gonna thank them for their efforts because without their efforts, there could have been more casualties. One is absolutely awful. I can't even stress how bad this is. I'm just grateful that it wasn't more and I believe the police officers contributed to that. But would the police give us the same grace? Would the police show us the same mercy? Absolutely not. If 2 black boys stabbed each other to death in London, what do you think the police? They don't give a shit. They will celebrate in the police force. They'll say, "Oh, do you hear about little Tommy down the road or little Lewis? He was a real thorn in our side, but the streets got him." Hey, they'll clink. They'll do cheers and all that. They'll be happy because the police force is not a few bad apples. At the police's core, institutionally, it is corrupt and it is very racist. It's the opposite. There's a few good apples in and amongst a toxic and awful environment. So I've got no doubt in my mind that the police wouldn't give a shit if a couple of gang members died. Who cares? But we're better than them. We don't have to be like them and celebrate when someone gets hurt. Let's rise above it because the world is full of sin. Get right with God, leave these toxic environments like England that I need to do because as I said, I'll blow my brains out if I stay here. Leave and just focus on your happiness and your health and your spirituality and actually live a life. In this country, we don't get to live. All we do is get to exist. We have to work every single month. We have to work our arse off. We have to then do overtime. We have to find multiple streams of income just to pay our bills, just to pay our taxes. Or in my case, you blow all your money over the years on your vices. Yeah, because this place makes it so outlandish and horrible to live in that you have to escape through alcohol and drugs, and that's where all my money used to go, blowing it all on that. That's what this place does to you. It makes it so that you depend on it just to survive in it. And then you just exist. You don't live. We are in the end times. This will not be the last video I do on a subject like this. Tomorrow, it will be a 12-year-old boy who's the perpetrator. The next day, it will be a grenade's gone off in a school. The next day, it will be the head chief of police and an ITV executive has now abused a child. These are going to be the stories that I will be reporting on in the near future. I don't have a future telling ball, I just know. Because we are in the end times. Get right with your higher power and protect your peace. Start really living rather than existing. Massive rest in peace to the young 13-year-old boy who sadly lost his life. Absolutely gutting news. My thoughts and prayers go out to the friends and family, and yeah, obviously I hope this clown gets buried under the jail. He's obviously very unwell. And while his story and how he got here may be full of trauma and I might even be able to empathize, the reality is he let his demons take over so much that he stabs 5 random people, including a child who's now dead. So that person deserves to rot in and under the jail because his actions have now negatively impacted hundreds of other people. Guys, if you made it to the end of the video, one, you're a real one, and I, TJ, appreciate you. I want you to comment 3 rose emojis, okay? 3 rose emojis if you made it this far. I appreciate anyone who watches my videos, but I've got less time for the people that watch 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes and then click off. I appreciate the people that watch my content to the end. So drop 3 rose emojis if you made it to the end. I love you, I appreciate you, and I'll see you lot at the next video.